Welcome to Fett's Legacy, everyone. My name is Taryn, and I'm back today to talk about the Kenobi trailer that we got a few days ago, and just overall chat about Star Wars. So, guys, before we get into it, please go watch the Kenobi trailer. It's very short. It's very good. It's on YouTube, maybe around a minute 40, I think, and it's absolutely incredible. And I do want to say, guys, I'm not doing a whole breakdown on the trailer because there are plenty of videos out there for that, and I'm kind of late on this. I just had a lot of stuff going on recently. It was my birthday, lots of family coming over. I haven't really had the time, but happy to be making this video for you guys. And yeah, so this won't be a breakdown video. This is more of just a chat about Star Wars. So guys, let's get right into it. And
let's all put down our weapons. Have a chat. There's no need for bloodshed.
But I do suspect that this trailer is probably along the lines of, if you guys remember some of the first Book of Boba Fett trailers, and a lot of the more action scenes and the bigger scenes that were going on were only in the first 2 episodes. So I'm probably leaning towards this trailer is probably maybe in the first 2 episodes, most of it. Obviously, some of the clips aren't going to be from the first 2 episodes, just like the Book of Boba, but yeah, like I'm sure a lot of this is just from earlier episodes, so it's not going to reveal too much of the story. So we do see Kenobi on Tatooine, obviously, and we do see young Luke, who was confirmed to be in the show from a long time ago. And yeah, it looks like he's pod racing at one point, or like practicing pod racing, which was a really cool throwback to obviously the Phantom Menace and his father, Anakin, pod racing. I would love to maybe even see him try it, maybe if he like gets a pod racer or something. I know it's not supposed to be about Luke. This is supposed to be about Kenobi, but I don't know. Just I think it would be cool to maybe see him pod race in the show. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but yeah, you can tell Luke wants to be a pilot. Like he says in Episode 4, that was his dream, and yeah, it's really cool to see him already in the trailer. I didn't think that would happen. Also, guys, we do see, Kenobi in this cave at one point, I did want to say, and this, in my opinion, is probably when he's going to be talking to Qui-Gon. I do think we'll at least hear Qui-Gon in the show. I don't think we'll see him because, obviously, I would love to see Liam Neeson again as Qui-Gon, and that would be so cool, but Qui-Gon never fully learned how to manifest himself as a physical Force ghost. He was only in the Force, and he could speak, but he was never able to like fully manifest his body, right? He didn't get to do that before he died, but he could commune with the other Jedi like Yoda and Obi-Wan, and that's how they learned to become a Force ghost, obviously. So yeah, we'll definitely see, or at least hear from Qui-Gon, which will be absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'm really excited for that, because we do know that he has communed with Yoda. If you guys watch the Clone Wars series, he does talk to Yoda a few times and teaches him the process of obviously becoming one with the Force after death. And yeah, so I don't think he's actually talked to Obi-Wan yet. So maybe this will be the first time, or maybe this will be him just walking him through it. But he was also talking to Yoda at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when Yoda is kind of sitting alone, and it looks like he's just meditating. And, Padme is having the twins, and Obi-Wan is over there helping, but Yoda's just kind of sitting there meditating, and this is actually Qui-Gon reaching out to him. It was a deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith. It was Qui-Gon reaching out to him and explaining that, he can help him manifest himself in the Force after death. And yeah, so I'm very excited to see that. That's going to be really cool. Obviously, I do want to talk about some of the other main points. So a lot of the show is going to revolve around the Inquisitors. So if you guys don't know what the Inquisitors really are, if you're a little more new to Star Wars, they are just basically like, they are dark side users. Like they use the Force, and they are a part of the dark side, but they aren't Sith, because obviously with the Sith there's the rule of 2, so there can only be 2. So that is obviously Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious. So these guys, the Inquisitors, are directly under Vader. They listen to Vader and Palpatine, but Vader is pretty much the one who commands them the most, because they obviously lead the Jedi hunting party. right? They are the ones after Order 66 who hunt down the Jedi. They were created, that is their purpose, right? They are fallen Jedi or just dark side users that hate the Jedi, but most of them were Jedi or, not Jedi council members, but they were a part of the Jedi Order, and the Grand Inquisitor, the one that everyone has an issue with because his head is kind of big, and in the shows, I do want to say, guys, like converting a show from, animated to live action, not everything is going to look the same. Yes, his head kind of looks a little bit big, doesn't look exactly like the show, but I'm just happy to be getting good Star Wars content. I'm happy to be getting the Grand Inquisitor anyway. Like, he's just a really cool character. I don't know why everyone can't just be happy with what we're getting. They always have to like nitpick after stuff like this, but I don't know, whatever. So the Grand Inquisitor is the leader of the Inquisitors. He's the main one, but obviously they all just listen to Vader at the end of the day. But yeah, so we already see some of the Grand Inquisitor. We see, I think, the fifth brother, and I think we even see. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what all of their like numbers are, but there's like the seventh sister who we might see. I don't know. There's a lot of Inquisitors. Obviously, we're not going to get them all in the show, but yeah, I mean, I'm really excited just to see them try and hunt Kenobi all over the galaxy, and I mean, even at the end of the day, even just if they gave us one Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor, I mean, he's badass enough on his own. Like, he's really awesome. And so, yeah, to get him and to get, I mean, there's this new Inquisitor. Her name is Reva. I don't think we've ever seen her before, so most likely she's going to show up in this one, be one of the main bad guys, and then end up dying at the end, probably to Kenobi. But yeah, so I think, guys, that Kenobi probably isn't going to spend more than maybe 2 episodes on Tatooine. I think he's going to be on Tatooine, and the Inquisitors are going to end up showing up, probably for some other reason, and maybe, sense that he's a Jedi, start chasing him, and he has to lead them off of Tatooine, to protect Luke, right? So, yeah, I don't think we'll be spending too much time on Tatooine. Maybe, an episode or 2. And I do want to say, like, this isn't really related, but, you guys know this channel is, a Boba-themed channel. And I do think if we spend, 2 episodes on Tatooine or whatever, a few episodes on Tatooine, eventually everything that happens on Tatooine runs through Jabba the Hutt. That's just what happens, right? Even with the Inquisitors and Darth Vader and all this stuff, the Empire, they have an agreement with the Hutts, where they basically have the Hutts as the main powerhouse in the underworld, but they pretty much do whatever the Empire wants, right? So, obviously, I don't think they're going to be butting heads too much. Maybe this is earlier on, maybe they don't have this agreement yet, but yeah, I do think, everything runs through Jabba the Hutt on Tatooine eventually. He will probably show up at least once if they spend enough time on Tatooine, because I know he doesn't have a lot to do with the story, but even just a cameo here or there, like, maybe, I don't know, eventually I think we'll see Jabba, and most likely, if we're seeing Jabba and, he's not on a job, we will probably see Boba Fett, because Boba is usually, again, on Tatooine, in Mos Espa, which is why he has that attachment to Mos Espa, why he loves that city, and that's his city. That's why he cares about them so much in the Book of Boba Fett, because he stayed there all the time. He was always with Jabba, because that was just where he spent his off time. When you're a bounty hunter, you need somewhere to settle down and, take your rest, take your time before the next job. You're not always going to be on one, right? So Boba Fett was on Tatooine quite often. So I think even just like in the comics, we see Black Chrysanthemum fight Kenobi. We could definitely see something with Jabba, Boba, and Black Chrysanthemum happen, which, I mean, that would be amazing. There is one scene later on in the trailer, and it's that Inquisitor I talked about earlier, Reva, and she's in this like back alley, and it looks almost like there's this, I don't know, the gun that the guy is holding looks like a DL-44, which is Han's pistol, Now, look, I don't think we're going to get Han in the show. It would be really cool to get Han in the show, but we don't need a cameo from every big character in every show, unless it makes sense. Like, unless they make it make sense, then I'm all for it. You know, whatever. I'm down to see Han, young Han. I'm down to see Jabba, Boba, Black Chrysanthemum. Why not, right? If it makes the story better. If they're just adding it just as a cameo, then I don't know. I'll still be kind of hyped at the moment, but we don't really need it to happen. The main story is Kenobi here, the Inquisitors, and obviously Darth Vader, which I haven't talked about too much yet. But yes, Darth Vader is going to be in the show. Obviously, at the end of the trailer, they don't show him, but you hear his breathing. I mean, he was confirmed to be in the show from a long time ago, and Hayden Christensen will be back. So I think we'll be getting some flashbacks of Anakin, like actual like Hayden Christensen, maybe of him after turning to Darth Vader, but before the suit, because I don't know, if he's back to play Darth Vader, he's still just going to be in the suit, right? So I would love to see maybe something like in Rebels when he fights Ahsoka and some of his mask breaks off and you see his eyes and you can hear his voice a little bit more. That would be really cool to see in live action, kind of, if he, you know, when he fights Kenobi. And apparently there's supposed to be 2 fights with Kenobi. So, I mean, I'm so excited, guys. Like, I know a lot of people are skeptical about how they're going to make it fit with Episode 1. But really, guys, like, I'm just so excited to see Vader fight Kenobi. Like, I really don't care how they explain it. I just want to see it. Like, I know it sets, like, a precedent that they can just do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, if you're going to give me Vader and Kenobi fighting, am I really going to complain? Like, come on, you know? So, and I do want to say, in episode 4, he says, you know, I haven't felt this presence since, and then cuts it off there. So, who knows? And when he talks to Kenobi, he says, when I left you, I was but the learner, but now I am the master. Here's the thing, in Revenge of the Sith, Kenobi left Anakin. You know, Anakin didn't leave Kenobi. So when he says, when I left you, I don't know, like, that could be setting up Vader fighting Kenobi. And when the Emperor's talking to Vader, he says, you know, if he's still alive. I think this is setting up a meeting between them. And I think at the end, Darth Vader is going to leave Kenobi, probably thinking he's dead. And then obviously he's not. Kind of like what happened in reverse to Anakin and Kenobi. And really, I think they can make that work. I really think they can have them fight. It doesn't have to be a dream sequence, although like it could be. It could be like through the Force kind of thing. But I would like them to just fight. Like, I just want to see them duel it out. It would be lovely if they duel it out on Mustafar, maybe in Vader's castle or something. I don't really know. But these are just some like speculation things coming from me. At the end of the day, guys, like, whatever they do with this story, I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. You know, these 2 are the most beloved characters in all of Star Wars. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think Kenobi and Vader are the 2 most beloved characters in all of Star Wars. Like, I think if you ask the general Star Wars population, those 2 would probably come out on top. So they can't really mess this up. I'm really excited for the story. I'm really excited for the fight scenes. And I just think, like, this show is going to be some of the best Star Wars content we may have ever gotten. You know, this is going to be like episode 3.5 of Star Wars. So I don't know. I'm so excited, guys. I know I've been kind of rambling on. I just wanted to have a chat about Star Wars, have a chat about this trailer, which was really, really awesome. We're going to be seeing some new planets. You know, it looked like some of the underworld was going to be shown in this. You know, it looked kind of gave me some 1313 vibes, if you guys know what that is. That was a canceled Star Wars game. It was supposed to be about Boba Fett's young journey as a bounty hunter, you know, in the crime world and setting himself up. But it's giving me some of those kind of vibes. Like I said, that alleyway scene with that guy holding a pistol kind of looked like Han. I don't know. I'm hoping that the story is going to be really good, really entertaining. I think it will be. Obviously, Kenobi and Vader will be really cool. The Inquisitors are awesome. And we saw their home base, which is actually on a moon near Mustafar, because they used to be on Coruscant, and then Vader had an issue with like 2 of the Inquisitors and chased them down on Coruscant, and was like he killed them both, right? Because they had like feelings for each other and stuff, and they like messed up on a job. But um, yeah, he ends up going to kill them. But he's basically running through Coruscant and destroys like half of Coruscant, just trying to kill these two because Vader doesn't really care, and Palpatine like cursed him out and was really upset. So that's why their base is on the moon of Mustafar and no longer on Coruscant. Just a little bit of background information that happened in the comics, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just really excited, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm sorry I've been rambling on, but yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited. I'm really excited to see Kenobi, and I I don't know. I really do think that we could see Jabba and Boba and maybe Black Chrysanthemum. Like, let me know what you guys think. I think they just gave Boba a show. It's gonna be some of it's going to be on Tatooine. I think why not show Boba? It doesn't even have to be in action, but maybe just show Boba alongside Jabba. Maybe he goes to Jabba to work out a deal or something. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I'd love to see that. That's just my personal wants, pretty much, though. I know many people don't really care to see Jabba and Boba and Black Chrysanthemum in this show. I know it's a lot bigger than that, because Darth Vader in anything is just bigger than anything else in Star Wars. And yeah, I'm just excited to see Darth Vader go on a rampage. I want to see him just killing stuff. So maybe he even hires Boba for something. I mean, who knows, right? But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to this little chat about Star Wars. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. And I'll see you guys next time.